What's up, guys, and welcome to a beautifully gloomy day here in Los Angeles. It is about 7:15 a.m. on a Tuesday, December 2nd. It's 63 degrees outside, and as you can see, I've got two buckets in front of me. And no, this isn't an ice bucket challenge. This is actually something I've been doing for about a month now, where I'll get up in the morning and do a cold water shower, bath sort of deal. And I'm kind of doing it because, well, it's a bit of a personal challenge. I picked it up sometime before the Tim Ferriss show, where he had Tony Robbins on there as a guest speaker, where he talks about his cold plunge, and he has this fancy cold box out of Scandinavia that dips his body temp to about 350 degrees or something like that. And I've been kind of fascinated by it. Recently, my buddy Kyle, who you may know from the Mobility Moment, just sent me a link to this guy named Wim Hof. And I haven't quite read the article yet, but from what I've actually gleaned from just skimming over it, it looks like it's relatively about the same to what I'm doing. Basically, the reason why I'm doing this is it's sort of a conditioning sort of deal. I've always been fascinated by ninjas and the special forces, so I thought if that sort of conditioning and training your body to sort of toughen up and just be okay with these circumstances is what makes for amazing athletes, performers, elite soldiers, and covert, mythical, legendary fighters in the past, then I feel like it has some sort of practical application to now. Where I see this being useful is that it's in our modern society, we become so soft because things get so easy that we forget that we are actually geared for and designed for these kinds of treacherous and nerve-wracking, anxiety-provoking situations that make us sort of uncomfortable. And it's that sort of willingness to face discomfort and push out of the box that I feel is usually what makes for top performers and amazing people like Navy SEALs and guys like Tony Robbins and other guys who are willing to face adversity. So I do this on a day-to-day basis just to kind of create this buffer of discomfort so that even in these circumstances I can still perform decently, optimally, or at my best for whatever the occasion calls for. Now, usually what I'll do is when I'm in the shower, when I would do this in the shower, I go for about 5.5 minutes. So I'd set a 6-minute timer. This time what I'm doing is I'm just pouring the water over myself and taking long, deep breaths in and out to gauge my time on how long I've been immersed in this water. Because it usually takes about 50 to 60 breaths, long breaths, to amount to about 5 to 6 minutes. And that's what I've been doing with this. So I'll just slowly douse this water over me, and I'll wrap from there. It's really tricky because there's a lot of discomfort involved. And I found that the trick is definitely to pay attention to the breath and pay attention to controlling the things that you can control. And that happens to be keeping your body from shivering, because I feel like when my body starts to shiver, that's when I start to lose control. And I have to consciously use my willpower to keep that all locked tight so that I don't lose myself in the discomfort. So enjoy. Once again, this is not an ice bucket challenge. This could be a bit dangerous, especially given your context and your circumstances. You can get hypothermia doing this, so I would recommend that you be careful if you're going to try this. And for God's sakes, do not hold me liable for this. This is strictly my own little experiment. If you're willing to try it, go for it. But be responsible. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed seeing me torture myself. You may probably see some shivering, and there's a little bit of hesitation in my voice. But I would say that's about 5 minutes or so. Once again, please do this responsibly if you're going to try it, and don't hold me accountable.